Where's it coming at? Where the f is it? A better speed. I really wanted to address this because that sounded good. The last time I was in this car park, about 3 years ago, I tried to bring you the best car that money could buy on a budget. Now, it had to be fast, fun, somewhat reliable, and also look great. And I think since then, my opinion might have changed. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Mazda MX-5 in the Mark IV form, this particular model being an RF. Let's dive into what makes it a little bit special. So this particular MX-5 is powered by Mazda's 1.5 litre naturally aspirated inline 4, producing plenty of smiles for both the driver and their wallet. With a power output at the 130 mark and reaching peak torque at around 4,500 RPM, this little car loves to be driven hard. This being the RF model, it has a retractable hardtop and has this neat little party trick up its sleeve. It might not be the fastest, but it's certainly effective for the Scottish climate, giving you the best of both worlds. There we go. Now, people say that the MX-5 has absolutely zero boot space, and they'd be right. I'll show you what's in here in a minute, but just for a size comparison, I've got some coolant, and it's a warm day. There's a myth going around that some cars can actually smell this and will hone in on it. I think I'm being stalked, to be honest with you. Whoa. Silliness aside, this is a 5 litre bottle, and the MX-5 RF allegedly has a 127 litre boot. What they don't mention is the shape of said boot. Now, in order to give this as fair a chance as we can, I'm going to show you inside the boot, empty. Not that impressive. Less impressive when you add this. Now, keep in mind what I said, this is a 5 litre bottle. This is literally 125 litres of boot space. How many bottles do you think we could fit in there? That being said, there's more than enough room in here for a couple of overnight bags should you and your significant other wish to go away for the weekend. However, if there's kids in the equation, you can forget it. The cabin of the MX-5 RF is actually an incredibly comfortable place to be. The bucket seats are nice and supportive, the steering is focused and direct, and you've got all your infotainment here, as well as some nice easy to access controls. The gear selection is slick and direct. It's exactly where you want it to be, and it's exactly what you would expect from a 1960s Lotus Elan evocation. The handling is very predictable, and despite it being a rear wheel drive with quite a bit of torque higher up in the rev range, it is actually quite safe to use in moderation. So I wanted to talk for a minute regarding headroom. Now, this is a classic issue with the MX-5 lineup. I'm around 5'11", and I still have a good couple of inches before I'm hitting my head on the roof. Legs absolutely fine, however this is with the seat right back. As you can see, I've got good compression on the clutch without my knee being bent too far, and I've got a nice little pedal here to keep my foot away when we're cruising on the motorway. Getting in and out of the MX-5 is never going to be graceful, especially with the size of the car and if you are quite a tall person. As you can see, the bucket is quite deep, and with the raked driving position, it is tricky to get out without opening the door fully. I challenge you to find a car park where you can comfortably get in and out of this car without parking in parent and child or disabled spaces. That is the nature of the beast, however, and the low slung frame of this sporty little daily makes it feel that little bit more special to get into and drive off. Prices for the Mark IV MX-5 can be as little as £13,000 for a good hardtop example, with some soft tops coming onto the market for as little as £10,000. If you're looking for a daily driver that captures both the joy of driving and requires some skill to control, the MX-5 won't let you down.